Give me a little background on you guys and how the band came about, and pronounce the name of the band for those who may not be able to pronounce it. Although
We are not able.
you guys have been around for decades or a decade or so. So I mean,
Yeah, I think it's okay to pronounce it however you like because it's
right.
actually Greek and we don't know how to pronounce it. We say
Okay.
Pantokrator in Swedish. You say Pantocrator or Pantocrator or
Pantocrator.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard everything, but it's probably something else because it's Greek.
Okay.
So.
All right. If you want to introduce, just kind of give us a little background on the band.
Sure.
For me?
You can start, Carl.
Yeah, either one.
Because he wasn't in the band back then. We actually started with they had a pop concert in a Pentecostal church, and there was an opening act for that concert, and 5 weeks before the concert, 3 of the 5 guys in the opening act quit that band. and me and Matthias joined the band and drastically changed the direction of the music. So we had the first gig booked before there was a band. So that's how it started. So we had 5 weeks and we started to rehearse some covers like Mortification and stuff like that, and then we started writing our own material after that, and it was fun, and we're still going on.
Yeah.
So 25 years on a mistake.
Right. Now, so when you first started, how was it different from what you're doing now musically?
That's yours.
The early stuff was more, I think it was very inspired by Mortification, Tourniquet, those early Christian thrash bands. And then we later moved towards the doom metal genre with Paramecium and stuff like that, slower kind of death metal. And then we, incorporated our own style into it with the Nordic folk music stuff. And and that's the thing we have been doing for the last 10 years or so.
It's still a lot of thrash in it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed quite a bit is that your sound isn't stuck with one thing. No. It's like one song will be kind of thrashy, or dare I say deathcore. I'm in America, so we use that.
Yeah.
Sorry if I need to apologize.
It's all right.
Thrash, speed metal, death metal. It's kind of like you have all of that. It's not just, one thing, or it seems that way. What sort of music do you guys listen to, in your free time? And how does that, what's your favorite artist? If you had to pick one, like a desert island kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, man. That's a tricky question, but I'll start. It's impossible to choose just one artist to bring to the island, but I would probably go with, if I had to choose 2, it would probably be a Faroe artist called Eivor Polsdottir, and I think I would go with bands like Opeth, or because I listened much to those bands in my spare time.
Okay, all right.
You, Carl?
Yeah, earlier I would have said that I would have taken Woven Hand, but I realized that I could take Rickard because he's doing stuff that sounds like that, and also the metal stuff. So if I had to pick one artist, I'd take the other guy here. Okay. I listen to his stuff.
Okay. It's interesting because when I ask that question to you guys, being not in the U.S., you name bands that I don't even know. I do know Opeth.
Yeah.
But what did you say, Carl?
Woven Hand.
Okay, Woven Hand, yes.
The guy
one.
from 16 Horsepowers, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I've heard of him.
Oh, you've missed something, man.
Yeah, he's absolutely amazing as well.
And what's his name?
David Eugene Edwards, I think.
And
Is that correct?
Is that the name? So what's the name of the band?
Woven Hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or 16 Horsepowers, but I think the Woven Hand project is better.
Yeah, I know 16 Horsepower. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And give me a little, like, where are you guys out of? Where are you located?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm located on the southeast part of Sweden. Yeah.
So if you look at a map and you see a little tiny island that looks like just like a stick, like slightly outside of the coastline on the east side, then you're very close to Rikke. And if you draw a line over the map to the west coast, that's where I am. We're on the same height.
Yeah, and the other guys are pretty much in between.
Yeah, except for Jansson, he's below.
Yeah, he's
the
below.
Most southern part.
So how far apart does that make you in kilometers or miles or however?
Yeah, we'll have to take kilometers. So for me, it's 240 to Rikke.
Yeah, to me.
And yeah, that's him. And for Jansson in the south, I think it's 350 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
That's the longest one. And then it's shorter to the other guys.
Okay.
One is like 140 kilometers, maybe, Jonas? Yeah.
And the other one is only
like
10.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, 10. Yeah.
Right. So how do you guys go about recording and stuff? Do you get together or do you do the virtual thing that so many people are doing nowadays?
When it comes to recording, actually, I do write most of the stuff. And then we gather and I teach the guys the stuff they are going to play, and then we record it.
So you have already recorded it,
yeah,
pretty much. But then we re-record like guitars and bass.
Okay,
right.
Okay. So you record the basic stuff or the guitar, and then you all come together and do the rest.
Oh, he records the drums, the guitar, and the bass.
Okay. Yeah, and then we re-record everything once again, just because the other guys. Yeah, I have to allow them to play some on the record.
Right. Interesting. Okay. The lyric. Who writes lyrics?
Oh, that would be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your inspiration most of the time, or what's your, I guess, influence?
It's very much the Bible. That's like the main one. But then there's a lot of movies in there. I see that afterwards. That's a quote from that one. I found stuff from Lord of the Rings and Young Guns and a lot of stuff from Stephen King books. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like the phrases or the atmosphere, or what, like the ways to say stuff. But it's mostly based in biblical scriptures.
Excellent. Okay.
It has become looser over the years, more my own thoughts.
Okay.
But also based there. Like that's the anchor.
Great. All right. Do you have a favorite superhero? And if so, why?
Should you go first, Carl? I have to think on this one.
For me, it would be the Batman because he has no powers. I like the fact that he's like a ordinary human being with with a lot of training and motivation.
How do you feel about how he's represented on film?
I think he is fantastic in the movies with Christian Bale.
Okay.
And I think
Not so good with George Clooney.
Not so good.
That's 2 days in a row now that I've heard somebody say that.
Yeah, it's true.
That's because you asked that question about the superheroes. That's like the 50-50 answer.
Yeah.
Right. How about you?
For me, it is. I think it's actually based on the same kind of, because he has no powers as well. Because he only has his suit, and that's Iron Man.
Okay.
Tony Stark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
must say that I'm also fond of the Punisher. I don't know what leg
Punisher
to stand
is
on.
Cool.
Right. So Iron Man, because he's got a suit and he kind of works on his own, like he's not super powered. He has to work for what he does.
And the journey that he makes from being quite an asshole to being quite the good guy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting because basically, in my opinion, Iron Man is the Batman of the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
I pretty much agree.
Yeah, he's got the money and the stuff.
Yep. So that's cool. All right. If you had to choose one movie or TV show for your desert island excursion, what would that be?
Man, you are a cruel taskmaster.
I mean, if you got one or two, that's fine. I'm not going to, it's not like we're playing by stringent rules.
Oh, man. I have in the stairs up to the next floor, it's about 800 movies.
Right.
It's really hard to choose now. Oh, maybe I would go with Big Lebowski because that's the one movie I've never been able to wear out. I've seen it so many times. Or Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? It's also.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a Coen Brothers fan, obviously.
That's one of the. But I mean, if I really had to pick one, I think it would be within the Coen universe. Yeah. I don't like all their movies though. It's just like half of them. But Big Lebowski and Oh Brother is just.
Yeah, they are amazing, both of them.
They are immortal, especially. Or if I would go outside of comedy, I think it would be The Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
I don't know how many times I've seen that one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What about TV?
I'm a big TV fan. I watch a lot of series, and last couple of years have been Vikings. It has been Game of Thrones. The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. I love all of those. Actually,
okay.
I think I could redo the Vikings a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Right. Is there anything that you guys, like television-wise or movie-wise, would want to tell Americans to check out from your end of the world?
Oh, man. That's
you would. I have one.
Start.
I don't know if it translates to anything, but there is a Swedish series called Jordskott.
Okay. What's it about?
There's.
Yeah.
It's about Swedish, like creatures in our old mythic folklore. Creatures in folklore.
Yeah, but
cool. Okay.
It turns out they are real.
Yeah,
they are alive.
Okay.
It's awesome. Really, really good.
It's like Men in Black stuff, but without all the American stuff. It's like that. There's a group of people that kind of hides this from the world that they exist.
Okay,
it's very unglamorous. It's not Men of Black. It's not Men in Black style at all. It's just dark and folklorish.
Interesting. Yeah, there's actually a show over here that's kind of like that with English and American
Yeah.
folklore things.
Yeah.
So there's no way it's better than yours.
Maybe.
Yeah, I doubt that. Would you consider, you've pretty much already answered this, but if you want to go in depth a little bit more, would you consider yourself a religious or spiritual person? And how does that figure into the music and into your outside, if you have outside careers, how does it figure into that or influence that?
What did you say? Outside?
Outside of our regular work.
Yeah, like if you have like a regular job or a career, how does your religion and spirituality affect that?
No, I would say not at all with my outside work. I drive around and I serve coffee machines, and that's not a very spiritual work.
Sure,
but,
right.
It gives me a lot of time to study. Like I go into a lot of audio books, and I always do run through the Bible every year, and that's on my work time. So I guess my work gives me opportunity for spiritual stuff, but the spiritual stuff doesn't really affect my work.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're a hitman or anything like that.
I don't kill people yet.
Yeah. No.
And what do you do?
I'm just joking.
I work as a plumber, so I don't, it doesn't affect my day job either in that way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then obviously with the band, it affects that quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think everything.
It's hard to separate those from each other.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you guys started or why you chose to be a Christian band or a spiritual band, however you want to put it?
I think we are Christians, so that came kind of naturally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, just sometimes people, like veer away from it after a while. They stick with it. I mean, a lot of the American bands seem to be ditching the Christianity a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can. You've noticed that.
Yes.
I've seen it, and I think it's extremely boring.
Right.
I think if I were to lose my faith, I would go even harder into it. With if I didn't have to take my faith seriously, I would go deep fundamentalist, just because it's a special kind of darkness, man. It's like,
divine
it's so
darkness.
boring. Yeah, it's so boring with all those like secular metal bands who just sing about nothing in particular, and it's it's up to the listener what this means, and they just have a lot of fancy words. I think it's boring.
Right.
So I would probably go like into the sphere of Christian mythology or whatever, deeper. I would, and darker. Probably. If I lost my faith, I would go full crusade.
Okay, all right.
I mean, now God is holding me back. It's like, hey, is that really a good idea?
Right. Now, explain a little bit. Did you want to share something? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Share a little bit about where each of you live. Or is it seaside? Is it the middle of the country? I mean, because I don't know. I don't know where you're local or located.
I live about 60 kilometers from the coastline on the east side of Sweden, in the southeast parts. So it doesn't take me more than like 30 minutes to get to the ocean. But where I live here, it's like pretty much in the forest.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it's I have 30 minutes to the closest town.
Okay. All right. Is there any kind of, I know you live, like you said, you're out on the outskirts in the city. is there like a metal or music scene, or was there before all the?
There was
craziness?
one before. Yeah, absolutely before.
What was it? Like, I mean, what kind of?
For the town where I live, closest to Kalmar, there was quite a good death metal scene.
Okay, cool.
Actually, we have. I don't know if you know the band. It's a Swedish band called Spawn of Possession.
Not familiar with them, but I'll definitely check them out now.
Yeah, very technical death metal. So not really my kind of style, but they are very talented. And I don't think they play any longer. But yeah, you should check them out. Absolutely.
Okay.
Have you heard Arch Enemy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They have their roots in the nearest city here.
Okay. Yeah. No, I definitely know them. Yeah.
But they're like spread all over the world, but they have the roots here. I bumped into one of the guys at a like tech store once.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm familiar with them. They've actually played, I think, they either played the Monsters of Mayhem.
Yeah.
Or the Ozfest side stage. A few years back with As I Lay Dying. Like they were on tour with them, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I know who they are. Yeah, definitely so. Yeah. How far? Oh, wait a minute. You're Sweden.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was going to ask how far away from the Extol guys are you, but that's Norway, so never mind.
Yeah, but that's not so far anyway.
Yeah.
To the capital city of Norway, I think I have
700 kilometers.
480 or 450.
Yeah, from you, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 500.
It's like double.
Carl,
tell me a little bit about where you live.
Halmstad is the nearest city, and it's on the west coast, and it's like right between Malmö and Gothenburg. So if I go 150 kilometers one way, I come to Gothenburg. If I go the other way, I come to Malmö.
Okay. And is there obviously Gothenburg? Yes, there is definitely a music scene there.
Oh yeah, there's a scene there, but it's I'm not very into it though.
Right.
I know the rest. I think like,
and they have amazing
Tranquility and In Flames, and they have their own style. Gothenburg death metal.
Yeah.
Like the West Coast?
Do you live in a rural area, or do you live in like a city? I mean,
no, rural.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to get an idea of where you are and everything. I'm in the suburbs, which I think is pretty much all of America now. So tell me a little bit about some of the bands. Do you tour? Have you toured? I don't know if you've toured over here before.
Never with Pantocrator.
Okay. But you've been over here before with another band?
Yeah, I was over in 2019 with my other band, Crimson Moonlight.
Okay. Oh, wow, man. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're Crimson Moonlight.
Yeah.
Also, yes. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. I'm the bass player.
Cool. Yeah. I did not know that. Very cool. Okay.
So we were in Chicago, and we played at Audiofeed, and we played some local shows in Chicago at some clubs as well.
What kind of bands? Who'd you get to meet over here when you were? Did you get to meet any of the other guys, like the Living Sacrifice guys, or?
We didn't meet those guys, but we have had a lot of contact with Michael and Adam Cook from A Hill to Die Upon. We have known them for quite some years, so we hooked up with those guys, and we played some shows with the band called. What were the name again? Their logo resembles very much to Burzum. You know, the black metal band from Norway, the one-man band with Vari Vikenes.
What's the name
It's
again?
Burzum.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
think
looks like Burzum.
Yeah, I think the band's name is Vukari.
Like Valkyrie?
Yeah, yeah, something like that. But they are a Chicago-based black metal band.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know whether when you came over here you got to meet like the guys from like what you just said, A Hill to Die from Iran, sorry.
Yeah.
Or what was the other one? Taking the Head of Goliath.
Yeah, those we met. Yeah.
Yeah, those
Jake and those guys. Yeah.
Don't forget Symphony of Heaven. Our
Oh,
favorite.
No. I won't forget them either. No. Yeah, Symphony of Heaven. And there's a lot of good, like, more heavy bands now.
Yeah.
It was kind of dry over here for a while. I'd say for about.
You have a bigger regrowth of bands in the Christian scene than we do, because it's it's only Pantocrator and Crimson Moonlight left in Sweden. It feels like that.
Right.
And if there ever comes a new band, it's old guys playing in a new band.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you haven't been around Crimson Moonlight. You haven't been around a while. Have you met? I don't know why this is coming to my mind, but have you met the Living Sacrifice guys ever?
Yeah. They played at Nordic Fest in Oslo a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I met the guys once.
Cool. All right. All right.
Very nice guys. And actually, Rocky Gray, he designed a T-shirt for Pantocrator some years ago.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, we did. It was like a green skeleton, very pinkish, kind of American style
90s.
death metal. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Okay. Have you? Did you meet him too while you were here? While they were there, Carl?
Me?
No, Carl.
I wasn't over. I've been in the States twice, but not in connection to music, just privately.
Okay.
But when I think I wasn't to Nordic Fest the year Rickard is talking about. This is one of the years I missed, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
was it? Well,
go ahead.
I think Ricky, was it the one when you played with what's the name of the band?
Gold Resurrection.
Yeah.
No, that was the year that Deliverance played.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So it was one of the other years. I can't recall really.
Yeah, because I can't recall ever meeting Living Sacrifice, but I've been there most of the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what would you say? Who's an American metal band that you're into?
To Die Upon is very good, I think.
Yeah, Morbid Angel for me.
That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Hill to Die Upon they're really good too. Definitely.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
And awesome guys as well.
So tell me a little bit about your latest project and what you've got planned coming up. You just released a single.
Yeah.
It was actually the third single from the new album.
Right. Yeah. The one that I just heard, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It was a couple weeks ago or a week or so ago.
A week, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you have planned as far as that goes? Do you guys tour over there? Well, I mean, now you don't, but do you usually?
When we tour, yes, we do some small touring, like a week, 10 days tops.
But never in Sweden.
No,
right.
Never in Sweden. We
usually
do, Germany, Czech Republic, Poland, Italy,
stuff like that.
France.
Interesting. Okay.
Switzerland.
Yeah, Switzerland, been a few times.
So when's the new album gonna hit?
It releases the 29th of January.
Okay. And who's it through?
It's releasing through Nordic Mission.
Oh, yes. Okay.
In Norway.
So,
yeah.
Yep. All right.
So it will be out on CD, vinyl, and actually cassette as well, and all the major platforms for streaming.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you guys tour America if you ever had the chance?
Oh,
absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Right.
I've been wanting to do that for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I used to do booking, but I never did I had to extol guys over and stuff like that, but
cool.
I was never in charge of doing that.
Okay.
There's a guy over here, and I'm just kind of throwing this out there because I don't know whether he'd be able to do it, but his name is Jairus Pascal.
I know him.
Yeah, he'd probably be interested in getting you over here if there was any way you could do it.
We actually talked about that when maybe 6 months ago, bringing both Crimson Moonlight and Pantocrator over for the
Hasten Revelation.
Hasten Revelation tour.
Yeah, that was the last show I was at before we had lockdown. Was Hasten Revelation.
Yeah. Okay.
If we did that, they might get Melek as well.
Yeah, maybe.
No extra tickets for that. Well, one extra.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to say in closing? Anything to promote the band or wrap up?
No.
Yeah. It's nothing actually comes to mind, but please, if you haven't checked us out, do that. If you like Swedish death metal, I think you will like this album.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, listen, thank you very much, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time and coordinating across the world